I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Scott Offerman. I'm with 1031 Financial, and I think it's a great idea to see how did we get here? How did I get into the business? Back in 2002, I entered the financial service industry. I did a lot of estate planning, financial planning, and back then I had a client. One of my clients happened to be my dad. And he had a successful career as a paint manufacturer. When he sold his book of business to his competitor, he was left with 40,000 square feet of industrial space in the Bronx, along with 30,000 square feet of yard space. And my father started renting and leasing different parts of his property out to different tenants. And in a short order, we found out that my father wasn't a very good landlord. I know it's hard to admit, but he wasn't a good landlord. He had all sorts of problems, and I'm like, Dad, you got to sell this property. So after hiring a couple of commercial real estate brokers, we finally found a self-storage company to come in and buy the facility from my father. My father turned at me and he said, this is good, but I don't want to pay the taxes. I'm like, Dad, don't worry. There's something called a 1031 exchange. You'll do that. And then he turned around and he looked at me and he said, yes, but then what do I do then? Because I wasn't really too good of a landlord now. Why do I want to be a landlord in the future? And I said, no problem, Dad. Let me look into it. Well, in short order, I found out about the DSTs, the Delaware Statutory Trusts. And after investigating, the negotiation with my father and the buyer took like 6 months. So within the 6 months, we had investigated the entire DST industry. I actually moved my practice to a broker-dealer that specialized in DSTs. And we put my father into about 5 DSTs. For the sale of his property. We did the 1031 exchange. And I like to tease today that my father is one of the best landlords I ever know because he does nothing but collect checks. So that same year, I wound up doing 1031 exchanges for a bunch of my other clients. And I got to say that from then on, I limited my practice to just DSTs. So we are here to help. We've seen hundreds of 1031 exchanges. We've seen all the problems. We like to help with the problems that commonly occur during a 1031 exchange. So if you're planning on a 1031 exchange and you want someone to be there to help you, support you, and make sure that your 1031 exchange is successful, please reach out, give us a call. We're here. We're happy to help. Have a great one.